everybody, and welcome to another edition of On a Couch Talking Sports. As always, I'm Robbie, and this is our another social distancing edition of On a Couch Talking Sports. And I say that because, as you'll notice, Kyle is not here with me tonight, but don't you worry, he is here in spirit and also in voice because he has joined me through the magic of cell phone. So Kyle, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I like to think I'm actually invisible, and I just decided to put on the invisible suit from the Invisible Man movie. So I'm actually there next to Robbie. If you see like the couch, there's like a slight dent on the couch. That's actually me sitting next to Robbie. So
Good. I'm
now it's
actually
good.
I'm actually in a chair, but still, same thing. But anyway, so what we wanted to talk about tonight is obviously, there's not much more to be said about, the pandemic that is going on, in our world right now, and it has had a big impact on the sports world because obviously there are no sports right now on all levels, and it is definitely having an effect on a lot of people in that regard. So we kind of just wanted to go through each of the levels and sort of talk about the effect that it has been having on things. I guess the best place to start is at the youth level and work our way up. And obviously, good number of people being affected in sort of the spring youth seasons, whether it be players, coaches, or officials, Kyle, because obviously their
Mhm.
seasons are just up in the air as to when they're going to start, if they're going to happen, and just a lot of uncertainty right now as two people who have coached, played, and officiated youth sports in our day, and in some cases still do. You want to be out there, you want to be playing, coaching, umpiring, whatever the case may be, and just not was not able to do that right now. It's very tough.
Yeah, no, it's too bad. Um, you really feel bad for like the kids and coaches overall. I feel like, and because they're gearing up for especially climbing out of the cold winter season. They really want to get ready for the spring summer sports, but especially now that they have to cancel the whole spring season, it's just kind of, oh man, like they don't really have a lot lot to do about it. So I feel bad for them.
Yeah, I do as well. And, as somebody who is an umpire still, for me, it's like, I want to be out there. I want to be umpiring games. I want to be, doing all that stuff. And so to be sort of just stuck in limbo, so to speak, it's just not, it's not easy. And, you know, obviously health and safety comes first, and we kind of have to defer to the experts on all that, but still we just sit here and pray and hope that it gets back to normal as quickly as possible so we can get back to doing those things. So a
Yeah,
lot remains to
definitely.
be seen. Yeah. And sort of looking sort of up a level at the high school level, this virus sort of impacted two seasons of that level, because you had the winter sports season where I know the state championship games for basketball and hockey were all canceled due to um, due to that, and the teams were just named co-champions. And then you have the spring seasons again, kind of in limbo. It's in this state and some other states it's just been canceled altogether. And so you have to feel really bad, especially for the seniors. I think the seniors are the people that I feel the worst for in this situation, because obviously it's their last year playing high school sports, and for some of them, playing sports competitively, and to have it sort of ripped away and is just is just something you never like to see happen.
Yeah, no, it's just you feel bad. You're right, and like we said, it's like a lot of these athletes they won't really play in college. They um because high school sports and college sports are very different stories. And obviously you're going to get athletes who are going to transition to the college level. Maybe they were really good. Maybe they're getting a scholarship But you got a lot of athletes, especially I guess I'm the example. Like if I was to play like when it was my last year of football, it was my last year of football. That was it because at least for high school, because my school didn't even have a football team. So depending on what the college you go up, like some might not even have the sport that you played, or maybe
Right.
you're just not looking to play in that level.
Right.
So it's just it's tricky. Yeah, it's tough to kind of realize, oh no, this is it. Like this is my last year in sports.
Yeah. No, you're exactly right, and it's sort of the same thing at the collegiate level as well, because obviously the winter tournaments and all the spring seasons and tournaments have all been canceled on the collegiate level. Now, one of the things I've heard for the spring season is they may give those seniors a year of eligibility back to sort of make up for for the lost season, which I hope that they do.
Oh
But
yeah, that'd
again,
be
it's just got to
wonderful.
be very tough. I mean, your last year potentially playing competitive sports and not be able to get that last tournament run or last season, and I mean it's heartbreaking.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's just like because you're right. You're hoping. Oh, it's especially this. I mean, to have everything canceled this late in the season is just kind of it's unheard of. You never. I mean, you never. It's very rare that they would cancel a championship game. I mean, if anything, they would just postpone it if it was. But man, this situation is just kind of it's very tough.
Yeah, it certainly is, and yeah, obviously our hearts go out to all those athletes affected by this. It's
Yeah.
not something anybody wants to see, and when you look to the pro level of things, I think the thing that the people that get hurt the most are not necessarily the players or the coaches or the owners or whoever, but the people sort of behind the scenes. The people who work the concessions or work
Mhm.
selling tickets or whatever the case may be, because those people are very much invested and also very much rely on that that income and that season, and for it to have it be either canceled or in limbo, and whether or not they're going to be whether or not they're going to be paid in limbo is something that's very tough to think about.
Oh yeah, no, especially if you're a working coach, if that's your main job, then it's not like I mean it's hard because if you have to file for unemployment, you're not going to have having well you're not going to be able to get benefits. Well, I mean, actually, I'm trying to think if you're already as a coach for a school, do you get those benefits actually? Like, do you
Well,
get like health insurance, or do you have to
we're
do it on your
talking
own through
about
the connect?
we're talking about the pro sports. We're talking about the people that
Oh, I'm
are
sorry. I'm
yeah
thinking high school sports. I'm still in the high school sports,
yeah. No,
college sports
I've
mentality.
moved on to the
But
pros.
yeah, no,
We're
no, no.
talking
You're
about
right.
the
Like it's
part time workers who just sort of work paid game to game, paycheck to paycheck, are sort of paid hourly
yeah,
and are now not going to be going. Yeah, I mean the managers and the coaches and the players, they get paid. They're under contract, but these
yeah.
people that are behind the scenes, they don't have that luxury. And I know a lot of teams and organizations are kind of taking up funds to pay those people through all this, but just that uncertainty is just it's got to be gut wrenching for a lot of these people.
Yeah, it's a tough situation, and it's not like one of those things where a lot of jobs that there's a number of jobs out there where obviously if they send you home, you can do work from home. For like certain jobs like in the tech and everything like that, but in sports like this, if there's no sports, there's no that's it. There's no job.
Yeah,
Like there's no all those like you said. There's no. It's a tough situation for all of them. Yeah, I feel bad.
yeah, I do as well, and obviously, our thoughts go out to all those people and just everybody impacted by
Hmm.
this, and we hope that sports comes back soon because whether you watch them or play them or ump them or whatever, it's just a tough situation right now, and like I said, our thoughts and our just everything sort of, yeah, like I said, we're just hoping for the best, just like with anything. We're sort of hoping to get back to normal as quickly as possible, but it's not that easy sometimes. So yeah, so I think what we're gonna do now is sort of transition to sort of the a lighter portion of our episode and sort of our ending segments here, and I'm gonna first throw it to Kyle to take us through another edition of the Sue's Reviews. So take it away, Kyle.
Okay, so on this segment, I wanted to showcase possibly one of my favorite games that I've been playing recently, and it's such a great game. It's part of an ongoing series, the Castlevania series, and it's the specific entry that came out on PS1, and also you can find it digitally available, I think, on Xbox 360, PS3, PS4, Xbox One. Castlevania Symphony of the Night, great game. It's what's called a Metroidvania, so it's a type of genre where it's a side-scrolling game, but you kind of the thing that's really addicting about this game is that they put you in a giant castle in a giant level, and you explore it, and it's so much fun. You really get sucked in because as you go through the game, you actually unlock like different moves and stuff like that, and you can find different secret passageways, and you have to kind of like you do a little backtracking. So let me tell you guys the point of the game before, because I'm sure for those of you who don't know what the whole Castlevania series is about. So in this game, you are Alucard, who is the son of Dracula, and you have to go up against Dracula, against your own father, because Alucard essentially is a good guy. He doesn't agree with Dracula's evil ways, so the whole point is he goes to Dracula's castle to defeat him so he can stop him from taking over the world. So it's pretty typical stuff, but what really hooks you, like I said, is the gameplay. It's just a fantastic game. The older games relied on you just kind of going from one area to the next, and you fought a lot of monsters along the way. And this still has that, but what's really cool is that they put you in the castle, and you basically explore the castle at your will. Now you can't go anywhere in the castle. It's like you can't go like exactly to every single spot because there will be spots that are locked off, or maybe spots that you have to kind of find throughout the journey. So you have to maybe get a certain item to get to those spots. But it's a really huge game, and the more you explore the castle, the more stuff you find. You get to fight a lot of big bosses, a lot of horror movie monster. It's a great game. It's very addicting. Highly recommend it. Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Yeah.
Now, Kyle, one thing that because you were kind of talking to me about this game earlier, one thing that I found kind of interesting is the relation between Dracula and I think you said Acula. I don't know how you pronounce the
Alucard,
protagonist's
yeah.
name, but between their names, there's sort of there's something sort of special about their two names.
Well, yeah, of course. So if you really look closely at Alucard's name, what do you notice about it? Yes, it's an anagram. It's essentially an anagram, I guess we call it. So it's essentially it's Dracula's name spelled backwards. So they so it's kind of a cool little play on words there.
That is pretty wild, if you ask me. So, thanks, Kyle, as always, for that review. And now time for my final thought of the episode. And obviously, for those of you who know me well, know that I love baseball. Always have, always will. And it's sort of, it's disappointing right now that, there's no MLB season, as the season actually would have just started yesterday, the regular season, I should say. So, and just sort of the uncertainty about whether or not there will be games this season, and if so, how many, and all that. And there's been a lot of ideas floated around as to, if they play, they do double headers, and how will that work. And all I could say is that I'm in favor of anything that allows there to be baseball this year. Whatever they have to do, I'm good with it. And like with all the other sports, I just want there to be sports back. And obviously, a lot of that is out of our control, and it's really tough right now in a lot of aspects of life. But we just kind of have to keep pushing through, and it'll be a great day when sports of any kind return for our uh, viewing and umpiring and playing pleasure.
Yeah,
Um,
agreed.
yeah, so, and like I said, to sort of our thoughts and our prayers go out to everybody that has been affected personally by this virus, and whatever we can do to help stop this thing, we're gonna do our best. Excuse me, we're gonna help do our best. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and thanks as always for watching. And we're gonna wrap it up here from this chair and from I don't know what Kyle's sitting on at the moment. Apparently he's invisible, but anyway,
I'm sitting on the table right now. If you hadn't noticed.
got it. Thank you for that visual. But anyway, that's gonna do it for this edition of On a Couch Talking Sports. For Kyle, I'm Robbie, signing off. We'll see you next time here on a Couch Talking Sports. Goodbye, everybody.